Hi, I'm Kate Brock, and today I will be presenting Gertrude McFuzz by Dr. Seuss. There once was a girl bird named Gertrude McFuzz, but she had the smallest plain tail ever was. One droopy droop feather, that's all she had. Oh, and oh, that one feather made Gertrude so sad. For there was another young birdie she knew, a fancy young birdie named Lo-La-Lee-Loo, and instead of one feather behind, she had two. Poor Gertrude, whenever she happened to spy Miss Lo-La-Lee-Loo flying by in the sky, she got very jealous and she frowned and she pouted. Then one day, she got awfully mad and she shouted, "It's just not fair! I have one, she has two. I must have a tail just like Lo-La-Lee-Loo." So she flew to her uncle, a doctor named Dake, whose office was high in a tree by the lake, and she cried, "Uncle Doctor, oh please, do you know of some kind of pill that will make my tail grow?"
"Tut, tut," said the doctor. "Such talk? How absurd! Why, your tail's just right for your kind of bird."
Then Gertrude threw tantrums. She raised such a din that finally her uncle, the doctor, gave in. He told her just where she could find such a pill, on the pillberry vine at the top of a hill. "Oh, thank you!" chirped Gertrude McFuzz, and she flew straight to the hill where the pillberry grew. Yes, there was the vine, and as soon as she saw it, she plucked off a berry and started to gnaw it. It tasted just awful. It almost made her sick, but she wanted that tail, so she swallowed it quick. She felt something happen. She felt a small twitch, as if she'd been tapped down behind by a switch. Then Gertrude looked around. She cheered! It was true! 2 feathers, exactly like Lo-La-Lee-Loo. Then she got an idea. "I know what I'll do. I'll grow a tail better than Lo-La-Lee-Loo. Why, these pills that grow feathers are working just fine." So she nibbled another one off of the vine. Then she felt a new twitch, and Gertrude yelled, "Whee! Miss Lola has only just 2. I have 3. When Lo-La-Lee-Loo sees this beautiful stuff, she'll fall down flat on her face, sure enough. I'll show her who's pretty, I certainly will. Why, I make my tail even prettier still." Then she snatched at those berries that grew on that vine. She gobbled down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and she didn't stop eating young Gertrude McFuzz till she'd eaten 3 dozen. And that's all that there was. Then feathers popped out with a zang, with a zing. They blossomed like flowers that bloom in the spring. All fit for a queen was the sight to behold. They sparkled like diamonds and gumdrops and gold, like silk, like spaghetti, like satin, like lace. They burst out like rockets all over the place. They waved in the air and they swished in the breeze. And some were as long as the branches of trees. And still they kept growing. They popped and they popped until round about sundown, when they finally stopped. "And now," giggled Gertrude, "the next thing to do is to fly straight home and show Lo-La-Lee-Loo. Why, when Lola sees these, her face will get red. She'll let out a scream and fall right down dead." Then she spread out her wings to take off from the ground. But with all of those feathers, she weighed 90 pounds. She yanked and she pulled and she let out a squawk. But that bird couldn't fly, couldn't run, couldn't walk. And all through that night she was stuck on that hill. And Gertrude McFuzz might be stuck up there still if her good Uncle Dake hadn't heard the girl yelp. He rushed to her rescue and brought along help. To lift Gertrude up almost broke all their beaks, And to fly her back home, it almost took 2 weeks. And it took almost another week more to pull all those feathers. My Gertrude was sore. And finally, when all of the pulling was done, Gertrude behind her had again just one. That one little feather she had as a starter. But now, that's enough, because Gertrude is smarter.